scream when they say, "'Cause he just got dunked on." You guys must not be awake. Like, that's a fun one to sing along with because the line is so catchy. Anyway, good morning. Hey, you guys look lovely at home. I saw your dress and a couple of you guys wearing your ties. You look good. So congratulations, football team. You guys won your game. Yes, very good. So homecoming weekend. Congratulations, everybody. Is that a new stuffed thing? Like, ooh, stuff. Oh, there's like tons of random stuffed animals in the front row now. Do we get to count that in attendance? I don't know. Anyway, so let's do announcements real quick, and then we'll get into some fun. Today I've got a video. I don't normally play videos, but you know what happens when I play videos. Sometimes you cry, sometimes you laugh. So I'll leave it up to your imagination as to what's going to happen. Hey, Penn State won again. You guys got Iowa next week. Alabama, of course, won. Anyway, so Maryland, sorry about that, Maryland. You guys whooped. So we are live streaming. We are live streaming right now. If you are not and can't join us, or you're waking up late because you had homecoming the night before, check us out, OcYth. It's that one right there, the purple and green kind of Joker colors. There's a couple of other ones, but that's who we are. Airsoft. If you've got your stuff, bring it with you. October 10th, which is next weekend, 12:45 to 3 p.m., Welty Road Park. Middle school, high school boys are organizing this. Bring a water bottle. If one of you ladies wants to come, we're not going to judge you. Show up in your full gear and take them all out, whatever. Bring a water bottle. We will provide pizza for you. We have limited extra gear to share, so bring your stuff. And the extra gear we have to share is like the spring-loaded stuff, so you will be at a slight disadvantage to those of us that have a battery-powered gun. And anyway, everybody, here's the one rule that you have to hear me on this one. Everybody has to wear a face shield. We call them masks. That's not the mask you're thinking of. It's a wire mask over your face. This is no exception. No, like, but my mom said I don't have to. Tough. We've had people lose teeth because they weren't wearing masks. Before I started, they were losing teeth because a BB hit them in the teeth and it hit you that hard. So everybody must wear a mask, a face shield, not a paper mask, one of our wire face shields, or if you have one of those Doom ones, and goggles, because a BB in the eye goes ouch. So face shield and goggles at all times on the playing field. No ifs, ands, or buts. And we have extras of those as well. So there you go. Next week is that. So it's basically after third service, go out to the field. You guys can get loaded up and get started. Yes, there is crew this Wednesday, 6:45, 8:15. We're going through the Chick-fil-A series. That is the announcements. All right, for today's game, I need 2 volunteers, a guy and a girl. Whoa, that went up. So I got a guy right here. I want a middle school fight here. Settle down. I like when middle schoolers fight. Are you middle school still? All right. Yes. Yes. And then I need one of my leaders to work with the female. Yeah, like, take your side. He's like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna win. All right, so here's a game. We've played these games before, so you kind of know how they go. But I'm going to ask you slang words. We've done the 1960s. We've done the 1970s. We've done all kinds of, remember, going to the submarine races and all that fun stuff. So today, we're going to do pirates. So I'm going to say a phrase from a pirate. You are going to whisper to me what you think they actually mean, what they mean. You're going to tell her so that, there's no cheating across the way. Can somebody in the back keep score? Ladies, will you? Like, you be a guy and you be the girl number, and we'll see who has the most. I have some more cookies online because I have 2 more cases of these, so I'm trying to get rid of them pretty fast. So, you ready? I'm going to give you a phrase. You're going to tell me what you think it means. All right, so the first one is, ahoy matey. So you're going to whisper to me, you're going to tell her, and then we're going to, so what do you think, ahoy matey? Okay. What did she say? Okay. So, he said, hello, friend, and so he got it exactly right. So I'm going to give her half a point and him a whole point. She gets a half, he gets a whole, because he said, hello, my friend, ahoy, mateys. So you just said the hello. I'll give you half a point on that one. Don't give me the side eye. I saw that. Batten down the hatches. Batten down the hatches. Okay. What do you think? Okay, so he said, load the cannons. Oh, my earpiece on. I don't want like him to say it in my earpiece. So, load the cannons, secure things. Meaning to tie everything down and put stuff away for the coming storm. I'm going to give you the point and not really load the cannons. Blow the man down. No inappropriateness here. Settle down, all y'all. Blow the man down. Middle schoolers and high schoolers. You guys are terrible. What do you think? All right. To fire things, and he says to hit or knock something down. The captain's command to get rid of a person. So I'm going to go ahead and say no on either one of those. To get rid of a person. So chuck them overboard, take care of them, make them walk the plank. There she blows. There she blows. Okay, I got it. All right, what do you say? She says there's a whale, and he says the canopies. Open up the canopies. So there we go. It is. I see a whale. That is correct. There she blows as I see a whale. Sea dog. This is what you call your friend, best friend. What do you think? Okay. I said that just to be facetious. Is that your final answer? All right. Somebody that sails a lot, he says it's a friend or a companion. A veteran sailor or old pirate. I don't know. I think she got that one too. He's like sweating over here. He's like, I got to get one. I got to get one. How about savvy? Anybody watch Jack Sparrow? He always said savvy. Like that was his phrase. Savvy? Okay. Do you understand? And he says attack. Meaning a question asking, do you understand? She got that one as well. He's like, I wanted cookies. I know, that's the poop deck. Where is the poop deck on a ship? Where is the poop deck on a ship? It is actually a place, and they actually call it on the cruise ship. Same thing. All right. The back where of the ship? He says the bathroom. You say the back of the ship. I'm going to give you, you said lower or upper? It's the part above the captain's corner, the furthest back. I'll give you the other half a point that you missed on that one. So I think this is the second to last one or the last one. What is the Jolly Roger? What is the Jolly Roger? Some of you guys know what this is? What is the Jolly Roger? Fly the Jolly Roger. It can be the name of a ship. There you go. It's the flag with the skulls and the crossbone. The Jolly Roger is the flag with the skulls and the crossbone. The pirate's flag. All right, hang the jib. I know these are all hard. He's like, Jane, I volunteered for the hard game. He says, I have no clue. What do you think? She doesn't either, so no points awarded. It means to frown or pout. So if you're so sad, you're just hanging the jib. There you go. Just stop hanging the jib. Feed the fish. It is not yes, feed the fish. What do you think? All right. He says feed the crew. She says toss somebody overboard. It is somebody's about to die. Somebody's going to feed the whole youth group is like, yes! Oh, goodness, I love this youth group. Tiebreaker, scurvy dog. Not that it's tiebreaker. Scurvy dog, what do you think? Okay, and all right. It's a bad name for someone. And then you said who? Trickster. A pirate calling you an insulting name. See, so you got the final point. Congratulations. Anyway, I always give the loser one of these. There you go, and there you go. Congratulations on your loot, on your bounty. So, yes, good job, everybody. Yes, yay. Okay, so I'm going to go first. Remember, praise and worship team. So here's two things that I want to say real quick before I lose you all together. You guys are like, oh, Dwight. So you don't fall asleep during my sermon. Two things. Hey, we've got Seth that's joining us today, and he is going to lead our praise and worship team this week and over the next couple of weeks. He's very interested in leading the praise team. They seemed to like him this morning. He brought them donuts and like orange juice. So, I mean, he's just buying their love. I get it. And he's actually a decent musician as well. So he's going to come up today. Be nice to him. Be nice to him. Just as nice as you are to me. No, actually, be nicer to him than me. So be nice to him. He's here, and he's interested in leading praise and worship. News is Sarah is leading a praise and worship team up at Penn State. Seth is leading a youth group. So our leader, Caleb, you guys know Caleb. He hangs out with us a lot, too. He's up at the worship center. Our praise and worship team leaders are awesome. Shut your faces. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, no. Okay, so week one, how to survive middle school. Because I'm going to rock through this quick because you know what? Part of this sermon today, I'm not going to talk. I know, right? Everybody's like, oh, hallelujah, Jesus. All right. So not very often do I show a video. I don't show videos that often. But there's certain times where the message is, I'm thinking like, oh, how do I put this in the words? And then I see something, and I'm like, that. And somebody says it better than me. So somebody's going to say it better than me today. And so normally I don't do it. Not the whole time, but part of it. So week one, we talked about friends are key. Your friends determine how much you talk in youth group. I get it. Your friends determine the outcome in your life because friends have a lot of impact in it. So they can have a negative or a positive impact. Week two, we talked about let somebody else pay for your wisdom. If somebody's made a mistake, don't make the same mistake. Don't go after them and make the same mistake. I gave the example of slamming your finger in the door. Hey, here's $1 if you slam your finger in the door. And he's like, no, why would I do that? You lost your fingernail. In fact, afterwards, I'll just bring my phone around. I should have put it up in there. Like, I found a picture of my fingernail before I pulled it off. So I was going to do that, but I didn't want to make you all barf and stuff like that. So if you want to see it, afterwards, come see me. I'll show you the picture of my smashed middle finger with a dot of blood coming out of the top. It's amazing. Yeah, so for those of you that can handle it, it's October, whatever. Let somebody else pay for your wisdom. Let somebody else pay for your wisdom. Week three, words murder and words rescue. I think last week was pretty impactful in the fact that your words can really affect other people. Your words can affect other people, and it can hurt other people, or it can build them up. It can give them confidence, or it can break them down. But in the end, the scars are always there. When you hurt somebody with your words, when you backstab somebody with your words, the scars are always there, and it's a hole that only Jesus can fill. And Jesus makes us new. And so if you want to survive your middle school years, these first three things are friends are key. And good friends that are going to lead you in good directions, because when you put stuff out on social media and you bully it's out there, and it will always find you, including into your adulthood. And then, like I said, last week was let somebody else pay for wisdom. Don't make the same mistakes. Why would you continue to be hurt if you know it's going to hurt? If somebody's made a mistake, all of you and your friend group learn from it. And then last week, words, murder, and rescue. Use your words to build other people up. I even said, like, your dress, it's beautiful. She's smiling right now just because I acknowledge the fact she has a beautiful dress on. You can't help to. I said, your prom dress was amazing. I saw it online. See, she immediately went, she saw me. Like, I did look, like when I say something about you guys and notice or just use your name, it means something to people. And so today, this week, I want to talk about do something. These are all concepts that if you do nothing with, if you don't engage your friend group for the gospel, and actually talk about it every once in a while and do the right thing when hard times come and stand up for the people that are weak and use your words for kindness. If you don't do anything, then everything I told you is just good knowledge, like who wrote the Declaration of Independence. Like, it's good knowledge to have, but if you don't stand up for it, and this is not a political statement, it's just an example. If you don't stand up for it and do something about it, then everything that I taught you means nothing. Everything I taught you means nothing. And so this week, what I'm going to do here right now is I'm going to play a video. But what I need, Andrew's going to pause. So for you guys, hold on just a second. Let me talk to the live stream for just 1 second because it's really important for them. For those of you on the live stream, we're going to mute it just for a second. The reason why we're going to mute it is because YouTube doesn't like when we play something that is on YouTube as well. And so we're going to mute you for just a second. We're going to watch this video, and then I'm going to share the link afterwards in the comments. So I'll share you the link. You can watch what we were watching so that you can see what we're going to talk about. But we have to mute it right now, or else what ends up happening is everything gets taken down. So Andrew, can you please mute the live stream? Get you all in the feels, doesn't it? All right, I don't know what I did with my clicker, so can you click that next slide? So the phrase that stood out to me, there was multiple in that, that said, you can't wait until life isn't hard anymore before you decide to be happy. Or you can't wait until you know enough about your faith. You can't wait until you get married. You can't wait until, substitute when life isn't hard anymore before you decide to be happy. Go ahead and give me that next slide. Like I said, I can't find my clicker, so I'm going to ask you to do that. Proverbs. We talked about Proverbs in a book of wisdom and a book of knowledge, and it talks about these things. You've heard some of these verses. I'm going to have you click next one. David giving wisdom to his son, God giving wisdom to his son. Proverbs 22:4 says, humility is the fear of the Lord. Its wages and riches and honor and life. The thing about it is a lot of times we get this big head, and that lady said, listen, I got a 2% chance of living. I wish everybody knew what 2% felt like. For her, it was good because it wasn't zero. To live in the joy of the way God made you and designed you, the way to live in a world in which your friendships are deep and full, a way to live. Part of it involves humility and saying, listen, God, I heard a story this week. It was just one of those Facebook stories I thought was really cool. An old man went to the doctors and he was put on a ventilator and it helped breathe for a couple of hours, and then they were off. They sent him a bill, and it was $5,000, and he started crying, and he goes, the doctor's like, hey, there's programs to help you with the bill. And he's like, it's not about the money. I can pay the money. It's the fact that I breathed your air for a couple of hours and you're charging me $5,000 for it. And I've been breathing God's air for 93 years. What do I owe him? Do we live in the gifts and the passions and the desires of actually having friends who care about you? Do you live in the passions and the desires of your life that say you were made for something bigger? God designed you and he wants to explore and reveal it to you. Do you live in the fact that you can't wait until life isn't hard anymore until you choose to be happy? Or do you choose to be happy because God made you beautiful and he has a plan for you? And yes, in the hard times, he's going to walk with you, and hopefully those friends are going to walk with you too, and life won't be as hard even in the hard times. Give me the next one. 1 Timothy 4:12, you guys know this verse over and over again. Don't let anyone look down on you because you're young, but set an example for the believers in speech, conduct, love, faith, and purity. You guys were called to do this right now. But some of you choose that I'm not old enough, I don't have the career I want, I don't have the friend group I want, the car that I want, the house. We as adults live in that too, don't get me wrong. But Paul is talking to Timothy and he's like, you are the church now. Use your words to love people. Use your words. You've got 2%. Live in 2% because it's not zero in the hard times. But for the rest, you guys, you've got the 98%, and yet you're squandering it on gossip and slander and anger and frustration. And I know some of you guys have issues with chemicals and you're struggling with life and things like that and what comes with the sinful of the world. And it's hard. Yes, I do not want to detract from that. But God still walks with you in that through his son, Jesus. Give me the next one. 1 Corinthians 11:1, follow my example as I follow the example of Christ. They're talking about, hey, listen, do the right thing when it presents itself in life. Stand up for the weak. Love people who can't even love themselves. Advocate for them. Follow my example. Jesus didn't, make himself this big, giant king with a lot of money and stuff like that. What he did is he humbled himself and he found people that were hurting, and he did it with his group, but he also did it as an individual. He prayed for them. Do you pray for any of your friends at all? Do you go to bed tonight and go, listen, I got this friend, and I just hope he has a good day tomorrow? That's it. They might not have any big problems, but you're just in an action of, I love them